Mr. Hall, what do you believe are the biggest challenges that will face the next treasurer for the city of Newark, and how do you plan to address them? 90 seconds.
Thank you. I think one of the biggest challenges that I think many of you can relate to is going to be the budget, and what you're going to have to work with less dollars and do as much, if not more, productivity. The tax department obviously is the revenue side in the city of Newark. They're the first ones to know when those revenues are down. I think everyone understands in government there's less people working, people are getting laid off, so as a return they're not filing their tax returns with the dollars and the numbers on them as they did in previous years. In hand, then, that affects your government directly. They have less money to work with and provide the same services, if not more. In fiscal year 2008, which tax returns were filed this year by April 15th for individuals, there was an e-filing program in force in the first stage with the city of Newark. To expand that is certainly a priority. It was first just offered to full-time residents with only W-2 income. The other side of it is some modernization. Now, the software was updated about a year and a half ago. They had a character-based system before that. Many of you may remember DOS, and they have now a client-server system. They are slowly upgrading the desktop computers. They have some with business, so some are modern. But the big challenge is just productivity with less budget. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hall. The next question is going to go first to Mr. Hall and then to Mr. Rader. And that is, and this is the final question, by the way, for our treasurers. What is your long-term investment strategy or plan for the city of Newark? Mr. Hall, 90 seconds.
Thank you. That, of course, directly relates to the Treasurer's Office. As I've previously said, the Treasurer's Office does invest that money. The money that's invested by a municipality in the state of Ohio is governed by the Ohio Revised Code Section 135, which obviously says you need to put it in safe investments. It needs to be invested into a reciprocal or a bank investment company that has a location in Ohio that's homed in the state of Ohio, number one. And then number two, it has to be in safe investments. So we're probably talking CDs, government securities, etc. The challenge is always to try to get the most for less. Obviously, if you can get 2% these days, it's a good number. If you can bump it to 3%, you've made 50% more on your return. So that's always a constant challenge. I think through networking, I have relationships with several of the treasurers in the surrounding areas, possibly a regular meeting, find out how they're doing, where they're investing, not unlike the private businesses are doing out there, networking, social events, just like the chamber here. You get tips and you take them home, and you find new ways to place that city money and get a better return. Well, again, we're not legislators. We can affect the bottom dollar by getting more out of that invested city money. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hall. Mr. Rader, what do you believe are the your long-term investment plan for the city of Newark?
Well, first of all, the treasurer really is not involved in long-term investments. It's over the short term, about 6 or 8 months, between the time that the money comes in from taxes until it's ready to be spent. Of course, we would look for the best return on that. This is very much governed by state law, and as Jeff said, and we don't have much choice. It's pretty much CDs, and that's it. Okay. As far as saving money for the city, that's what I'm trying to do, is make the tax office much more efficient. And if we can create e-filing to get the data entry, eliminate a lot of the data entry, we can save some money from the city. Investments, that would be the legislator, the city council, and the mayor that would be deciding long-term investments. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rader. Now we'll have conclusions, wrap up from our candidates for the Newark City Treasurer's Office, and that will go to Mr. Rader first, based upon our coin toss at the beginning.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank the Hopewell Credit Union and the Chamber of Commerce for allowing us to expose our ideas here. As I said, What I offer for this position is creative problem solving. I have a lifetime of working solving problems, and from the outside here, of course, I can't anticipate all of the problems that will come up, but I know how to solve them very quickly. I learn very fast on the job. I mean, that's what a professor does, is to learn new ideas all the time. And so that's been my life. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rader. Mr. Hall, your conclusion.
I'd also like to thank everyone for coming this evening. I'd like to thank the Granville Inn, the Chamber of Commerce, and also Hopewell Federal Credit Union for making this possible. As candidates, this is just a wonderful forum for us to be able to open up and answer a few questions and give everyone a little better idea when they go to the polls on November 3rd. I, again, am running on my education, bachelor's in accounting, master's in accounting. I also have a minor in information technology. My experience, I've worked in a similar office to the auditor's office by preparing the tax returns. I also worked for New York Life for a few years, had my Series 6 and Series 22 for investments, so I've got some experience on that side also. I've worked with people for many years. I think the Treasurer's Office is there to serve its customers, the citizens of Newark, and to answer any questions they might have and make that income tax paying painful time of your year as painless as possible. My involvement, heavily involved in the local YMCA swim team. I'm involved with the local Elks. I'm the Liberty Middle School PTO treasurer. I wear several different hats out there, but I think it's real strong to invest in your community. We have a wonderful community here, and I look forward to a wonderful future for the city of Newark. Please support me on November 3rd. Thank you.
Thank you to both of the candidates for the Newark City Treasurer's Office. Let's give them a big round of applause.